It's the Lipstick Gal. Thanks for watching today. I wanted to go over my March favorites with you. I can't believe how quickly this month has just like flown by. Like, where did the time go? I normally don't wear makeup on the days I know I'm gonna have to spend a large portion of the day in a mask, just because I don't want to have to worry about makeup wearing off, or especially lipstick underneath, you know, going everywhere, transferring. But there's been one product that has kind of become a hero product for me, and it's been a huge change, because when I first tried this product, I think maybe January, early February, I was not impressed at all. And this is it. This is the Infallible Fresh Wear Powder Foundation. So I remember reading the fact that it says matte full coverage, like right here, matte full coverage. And I was like, you are not full coverage. One of my viewers mentioned, you know what you need to do is you need to wet the sponge. So I tried that, and guess what? You do get more full coverage. But my favorite thing about this is the days that I am wearing makeup and I have to run into the store to get some groceries. I'm in there for 40 minutes and I come out and I take my mask off and I have a red nose and a red chin where the mask has been rubbing. This is the perfect thing to grab, you know, a little corner, dab a little bit here, and then just kind of take down the redness on my nose and on my chin. I love it. I also discovered that I love this if I use a big fluffy brush. Just kind of roll it across like this and use it to set my face. It makes any sort of liquid foundation last that much longer, but I have been loving this for touch-up. And I mentioned last month that I've been using it to cover like acne, and I don't know, my hormones are out of whack. I have more zits in my chin than my teenage girls, but I'll tell you, this has been good for that. But there's something else I will tell you that's been working for me. But I love this, especially for when I remove my mask and maybe my lipstick's a little crazy, I'll wipe it off. I'll put a little bit of this just to kind of cover whatever transferred to where it shouldn't have been. And then I'll reapply my lipstick. I feel like this is the perfect touch-up product for when you already have a full face of makeup and your mask just kind of messes it up a little bit. So this and a lip product have been traveling with me throughout this month as I go around and, you know, in and out of places, taking off my mask, putting it back on, and then I look in the rearview mirror and I'm like, ah, what happened? L'Oreal, save me. This has been great for that. I've been trying to think about what are my two favorite products this month. Now, it's hard because there are so many products that are really, really, really good, but I'll tell you the two that I have worn the most, this M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow Blush I'm wearing it today, in Venetian Rose. This is beautiful. I love this so much. The formula is gorgeous, but do you see how it has like kind of like a subtle sheen to it? You can wear this, I am wearing a highlight, but you can wear this without highlight. You can wear it on a face where you're like no foundation, no powder, you just need a little blush. I wore it the other day, like softly diffused and, over my eyelids. I love this so much. I have used this so much. I remember last month I was saying I'm all into cream blush. I'm still into cream blush, but once this arrived, I really haven't reached for any other blush but this. This has been like hero blush this month. I love it. The other thing that I have fallen in love with from M is this, their Divine Skies eyeshadow palette. This is in Magic Hour, and it's just like my perfect everyday shades. I have used this center shade right here as highlight. I live in this kind of rose gold shade. It's my favorite lid shade. I think out of all the times that I've worn this, there's only been one time that I haven't worn this shade, because there are days that that's all I wear. I love it. It's a small, you know, 6-pan palette. It's small, it's compact. It wears beautifully all day, and even at the end of the day, you still get that beautiful sheeny glow from the metallics in here. This is fantastic. Another palette I have been using a lot is this one. This is the Alva palette from Oden's Eye. This is a Swedish indie brand. I have fallen in love with this. I've done a look with these yellow shades. I have used this shade here so much, this light neutral. Some days that's all I'll wear. It's beautiful, and I have like been addicted to this shade here. This purple lilac-y shade is one of my favorite shades. It's what I'm wearing in my inner corner today, but I love when it's really strong and built up, like even while I'll just tap it over like the center of my lid. I have enjoyed this palette so much. Now I will tell you, it's a little finicky. First of all, it's hard to come by unless you live in Sweden. I ordered this and like 6 weeks later it arrived. It took a minute to get here, that's fine. I do find that I get a lot of fallout when I use these, not just with like these more metallic-y shades that are a little softer pressed. This one here is called Cherry Blossom. I am wearing it here. I had a lot of fallout even when I was using my finger and when I was using a brush. I think it's just the formulation. So I would say if you have this, let me know how you like to apply it. I'm starting to move towards eyes first, then face, because my normal way of doing my makeup is, you know, starting with my base and then doing my eyes last. I get so much fallout. I have like little chunks of glitter where I don't want them, but I have been loving this palette and the shades in here, you may look at this and think of it as kind of like a rosy neutral palette, but you know, with this shade, these kind of purpley shades down here and then the yellows, it really pushes me outside of my comfort zone and I love that. And remember, I'm a neutral lover. The fact that I was purposefully wearing like yellow and kind of like this marigold shade on purpose, I was so proud of myself, but I have been loving this palette a lot. I feel like it's really versatile and I like the way it wears well all day. It's just a little fallout, and if you don't like that, this may not be the palette for you. Another thing that I keep telling myself, this is not the highlight for you. I just can't stop reaching for it. And I don't know why I keep reaching for it, because it's what I'm wearing today. It can be a little sparkly, it looks a little glittery, but I love it. It's also from Oden's Eye. This is their Norns Mesmerizer Web of Destiny highlight. It looked so much prettier when I first got it, but then I realized it is kind of like a putty. You can leave a fingerprint in here if you want, but it is just wildly gorgeous. It tends to really kind of flip pink, and I like that about it. It does have some real distinct shimmery particles in it, and it reminds me of maybe like the highlight I might have worn in my late 20s, but I wasn't wearing highlight then. But it's sparkly and it brings me happiness, and every time I open it, it makes me go, oh, you're pretty. That's why I reach for it. Not that it actually is the most attractive highlight on a 46-year-old, but it brings me joy. So I have been loving that. Let's talk a little foundation products. Most days I don't. Most days I will wear, you know, whatever concealer is kind of speaking to me at the moment. I'll put on color corrector for my dark circles, and then concealer, corners of my nose, on my chin, whatever acne situation I've got going on, under my eyes, and then I'll go. But on the days that I do want coverage, here's what I have been doing. I have recently got another bottle of this. I used to have this in the next shade lighter. This is shade number 23. I think I had number, was it 11 or 21? I don't think it was 21. I think I was like, that's probably still too dark for me. I'm gonna go with 11, and 11 was like vampire pale. So it was the wrong shade for me. So I got 23. It's a little dark, because if I were to show you, I'm just gonna give you a partial pump, it looks kind of grayish. And then when you swipe it out, it's obviously too dark for me. So how I've been fixing this, here's what's interesting. I grabbed the first foundation that was like the right shade for me, like absolutely the perfect shade, is Estee Lauder Double Wear, but this is a full coverage. But the minute you give just like a quarter pump to this stuff from Missha, because the Missha BB cream is a lighter wear, more luminous, skin-like, and I mix these two together, it's my skin. It's beautiful. I really like it. And I like that I still retain the vibrant, glowy look that this actually gives to my skin, and I get just a little bit more longevity out of it when I wear it with this. Here's what I remember. When I had this before and I would wear it, it looked beautiful, but I wasn't wearing a mask. And when I've been wearing a mask with this, any place where the mask touches my face, so all across the top where the nose piece is, where the elastic goes up this way, up and around my ears, my entire face, like just, it's rubbing off, especially on those little elastic bands, because the foundation is dewy. But when I mix it with Double Wear, because this is a long wear foundation, it gives more like staying power to this, and I don't have as much makeup coming off when I'm wearing a mask. So I have been loving that. And then any part that needs to be touched up, this is great. I mentioned earlier how I've been dealing with acne, and I don't know, the last 2 months it's been like a couple over here, and then a couple over here, and then more back over here. I don't know what's going on. I haven't changed any skincare. I've been getting a little bit less sleep, and I've been eating not always the best. There's been a lot of chocolate because Easter is almost here and I love Easter candy. I love Easter candy. Maybe it's the chocolate. Maybe I'm not drinking enough water. I don't know. But it comes down to we've been having like little crops of acne popping up. And I've been having a struggle to cover them. And then I thought, you know what I want to do? I want to reach for a really high coverage product. I'd been trying all of my concealers. They were too light. It just didn't work. I thought I need something that's skin toned and high coverage. And you know what I realized? Skin toned and high coverage. Hello, Charlotte Tilbury. This is fantastic because I don't even need like a full pump. I'll give myself literally like a dot. That's even too much. But I have been using just the smallest amount and tapping it out. And then I'll take a small brush like this and just kind of, you know, blend the edges. And the next thing I know, it's like, acne? What acne? I love it. And I love when I realize I can use a product I already have in a different way than I'm used to. I think this is beautiful coverage, but I frequently don't wear like a really heavy full coverage. And this I feel like is more full coverage than Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is one of the fullest coverage foundations I have. One of the other things I have fallen in love with is this. This is the M Cosmetics Illustrative Eyeliner in brown. This is what it looks like. Oh, wow. So this is the one that I've had for a couple of months and I've been using it so much that I have been dying for my order to come. I finally ordered 2 more. One is in black and one is in brown. But this one, I was wearing it earlier today and I had to keep going over the same spot over and over and over. It was featured recently in an empties and I was like, it's time to let you go, but maybe not. Maybe it still has a little bit of life left in it, but I love this because I get precision from this really teeny tiny brush. This is so precise. It gives me perfect precision. I can go straight from the inside corner all the way out. I love, love, love. This is what made me believe I could wear eyeliner above my lash line again for the first time in like 5 years. I love this so much that I wasn't going to be without. So there's another product that it's not my favorite mascara, but I have been using it all month long, and let me tell you why. I love a giant, bold, like as much mascara as I can cake on. That's what I like because I have really short, straight, downward pointing lashes. I want to give them a good curl. I want a lengthening formula. I want all the volume I can get. I want them to look bigger than they possibly could ever be on their own. I've ended up using this more than I thought it would. This is the Pick Me Up mascara from M Cosmetics. It's a tubing mascara. It has a kind of a rubber bristle wand here. I don't get a lot of volume from this. I get some length. As far as formulas go for mascara, it's not what I prefer, but I wear this on days that I'm wearing concealer, brows, and mascara if I know I'm going to be in a mask all day. I'm wearing minimal makeup, like the most minimal ever. If I know I'm going to be in a mask all day, I want to look like I'm awake here, but I don't want to have to deal with this. This has been amazing. And the fact that it's a tubing mascara means a little bit of warm water and it slides right off. So is it the formula I'm going to reach for on a day I'm doing a look like this? No. But on the day that I want that no makeup look, love this. So I've been skipping a lot of lip color underneath my masks just because I don't want clown mouth. I normally would wear like a clear balm underneath just to keep my lips hydrated, but I've been missing that color. Even if I'm wearing a mask all day, I know it's there. It's kind of like the women who wear beautiful lingerie, even though it's underneath all the clothing, it gives you that sense of confidence. That's me in lipstick. And I have been missing that. And then I remembered I have one of the best, longest wearing, no budge lip liners. And I've been wearing just this a ton. This is Lisa Eldridge's Enhance and Define Lip Pencil. The shade is Beauty. When these debuted in the fall, they were only available if you got a set where you got a gloss, a liner, and a lipstick in one of her little velvet pouches. They were not being sold individually. Here's hoping, please Lisa, hear me when I say this, sell these individually, they are so good. Now I know she hasn't done a restock, she's hoping to do a restock. I think the idea was to make these available for individual purchase, but it's the best. I love this lip liner. I can put it on. Let's just say I had a hydrating balm on my lips. I'll blot most of it off, put this on, and then I can put a mask on, and it doesn't budge. Because as I'm sitting here rubbing it, It doesn't go anywhere. I love that about this. It's the best. And I don't get any transfer from this to my mask. Now, I know you could get that with a liquid lipstick that's like dries down matte, but those really suck the life out of my lips. This doesn't. It's not hydrating. It just doesn't deplete my lips of every single ounce of moisture there is. Another lip liner I have been loving that I wear on days when I'm not going to be wearing a mask, but I do need to kind of define my lip line, is the M Cosmetics. This is their Soft Blur Velvet Lip Liner. This is the shade Kitten. This came in a kit, a lip kit that I got from M, and I'm wearing it today. I love this so much. And it has been paired nonstop all month long with the lipstick I'm wearing today, which is the Infinite Lip Cloud in the shade Rose Nude. I don't know why I was so worried to try this formula. I was like, it's a liquid lipstick. They're all the same. They're not all the same. They're not all the same, because you're still gonna get some color transfer, you know, off onto a cup, onto a piece of silverware, onto a napkin, you know, whatever. But it's not gonna be so much that it's gonna, like, this doesn't trail outside my mouth, but it stays comfortable. And the idea, the Infinite Lip Cloud, it is soft, it is comfortable. I always need that in my lip products, especially the older I get. I do like the look of a matte lip, but I can't have it be drying. This is beautiful. Reapplies easily over itself. I want so many more of these. I feel like this is like my M favorites. Another product I've been wearing a lot this month is the lip cushion. I only have one shade, and this is the shade Mystic. It's super shiny, super glossy. It gets really messy around the top because as you apply it, the excess just kind of gets up in here. So just note that I spend a lot of time wiping it off because it drives me crazy for it to look like that. But I'll tell you, I love the comfort of this, but this is not one that I like under a mask because I do get clown mouth. I'll put it on, it's super hydrating, I throw a mask on, I take a mask off, and I have kind of like, you know, excess color everywhere. And since it's a more, you know, vibrant purple color, if it's sheared out, it's not too bad, but if you have it on pretty thick, it's not mask friendly. Ones that I feel do really well under a mask and are a bold color. I was super impressed with these two lipsticks. This is from CoverGirl. This is a 24-hour matte lipstick called The Real Thing. Oh my goodness, be still my heart. I did a whole video about matte lipsticks, bullet lipsticks from the drugstore. I will link it for you here if you want to watch it, but I was super impressed with, I can't get it off, with this lipstick. And this lipstick is matte on first swipe. And that's one swipe, that's all you need. It doesn't dry my lips out. It stays well under a mask. It doesn't end up, sometimes the line gets a little blurry on the edge. It's not like super crisp, but it's not like clown mouth where you take your mask off and you look like, you know, like you belong in the circus. The other one that I love so much is this Maybelline, their Ultimate Slim Lipstick. And this one is in the shade More Ruby. Oh my goodness. I feel like this one is just a little bit darker, a little bit more blue-red. And it is, I love that it's in slimline packaging. It's so easy to apply. Both of these have that nice slimline packaging in a slightly smaller bullet. I don't know, they're super easy to apply, they wear well, and they kind of, you will get some transfer off of them like right off the bat, but once you put it on and you leave it on for 15-20 minutes, you can put a mask on, and then you can wear both of these, and I'm not saying they're perfect, but I don't end up with color going everywhere. Some things that are super glossy, they move. These guys don't, they stay where you put them, and I love them. I haven't even had this that long. This is already like, I've used it down to here. This is from Beauty Pie. It's their Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil, and this is the shade Spicy Pink. Now, it doesn't look pink to me. It looks peach. It should be like Spicy Peach or Spicy Apricot, whatever. You call it whatever you want. I love this lip gloss. This is what I wear on the days I don't want to wear anything. I'm not wearing makeup. I have spent the whole day here at home crocheting, taking care of my pets, doing chores. Oh, it's time to go pick up the kids from school. all right, and I know I'm not gonna have to get out of the car. I'm not gonna have to wear a mask. I throw on my sunglasses and a little bit of this, and I feel very pulled together. I feel like it's a really lovely formula, super shiny, super luxurious. I do have another favorite, but I just feel like this is the one I've been reaching for so much that I've had it for like 2 weeks and I'm already, what is that, like a quarter of it's gone. So good. There's one lip product in here that I feel it's almost kind of unfair to say it's a favorite. I haven't had it that long, only a couple of weeks. And the first shade I got, I didn't like, so I swapped it out. But I really like it a lot. And it's the JUVIAS lipsticks, the JUVIAS Place lipsticks. This is the shade Kebby. It's beautiful. It is the loveliest kind of browny pink shade. It's this one right here. It's very similar to the one from M, and maybe that's why I like it. But I love the feel of this. Now, when I eat, it does wear off in the middle. It's super easy to reapply, comfortable, non-drying. I feel like these are really great lipsticks. And if you're looking for a good matte lipstick that's affordable, it's $14. It's really fantastic. Love, love, love. I might have already mentioned this. I think my one fail, and I don't even have it anymore because I returned it, was the Extra Shot Caffeine Concealer slash Foundation Hybrid from Marc Jacobs. That just didn't work for me. That went back to Sephora. But let me tell you, there are two of the products, I wouldn't say they're fails. They just didn't inspire me to continue reaching for them. I've used them once or twice, and that was it. And I feel like when I have a product that's brand new and I've only used it once or twice, and then I'm like, meh. With as much makeup as I have, it means that other things are vying for my attention. They're not bad products. They just didn't make me want to continue reaching for them. And they're both from Oden's Eye. This is the Fruit Blusher from the Alva collection. It's pretty. It's nice. It just seemed a little powdery on the cheeks for me. This is the shade Ripe Papaya. It was just okay. I have other blushes that I just want to keep reaching for, and this isn't one of them. And the other one is their cream lipstick, and I have the shade Brown Rose. I feel like a lot of these shades are, you know, kind of similar. I guess this one's a little bit more brown, kind of more terracotta-y. I like the way it looked. I'll tell you this, the problem I had with it was that it needed to be reapplied a lot. And because I do have small expression lines, you know, pursing, drinking from straws, all of that, it was emollient enough that it did start to kind of trail outside of my lip line. And even with a lip liner, it still did that. So it's too high maintenance for me. It's comfortable, it's pretty, I like the shine in it. I wouldn't buy any more of these. I might be willing to try the matte formula from Oden's Eye if I ever make another Oden's Eye purchase, but this just didn't work for me as a 46-year-old woman who didn't have perfectly plump lips. I might just throw up images of my favorite holiday chocolate, like the Easter chocolate, my favorite, and I just realized if I don't go now and get like a ton of the Cadbury mini eggs, that's my favorite Easter chocolate, has been since I tried it for the first time as a child. I get them every year. My mom used to send them to me when I was in college in a care package around Easter. I love them so much. She even sent them to me the year I was in Spain. Anyway, so I need to go and get more because my family loves those, and we'll like once a month we'll open up a package and we'll make them last, but we'll still be having mini eggs like in November, December. But I've also been loving the Tony Chocolonely Easter eggs that come like in a little carton, like a little egg carton. There's like a dozen of them. Super cute, really delicious. I have fallen in love with those. I'll just put pictures of all my favorite Easter candies right now. The other thing I have been loving, my favorite guilty pleasure, is back finally from hiatus, which is Grey's Anatomy. I've been watching Grey's for 17 seasons and I'm still like every time something happens. So I love that I know I can watch it again. They're off their long break. Other things I've been loving, my kids and my husband and I, we've been enjoying Disney Plus's Falcon and Winter Soldier on the weekends. We'll make dinner, we'll put up a card table in front of the TV. We'll sit like little ducks on a row and watch this show together and have dinner. I don't know, just stuff that makes us spend more time together. But now that the weather's getting nicer, now that it's, I guess tomorrow's April, it's time to get outside. Go for more walks, go for more bike rides. You know, if the weather warms up enough, start having people over for dinner in the backyard where we can still, you know, keep a little bit of distance but see people. Oh, I can't wait for warmer weather. The isolation over the winter was the worst. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you have a makeup favorite, if you had a makeup fail. I was like hearing about those too, what to avoid, and what other non-beauty thing you have been loving this month or looking forward to doing in April. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Subscribe if you haven't. Share my channel with a friend who you think might like it, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Even after all of that, I've been rubbing it. The Lisa Eldridge liner is still there. It's like, we're not going anywhere. I still can't get it off. I got everything else off, and this is like, I live here now. Is that a bad thing now?